Well, hello Virgo, and welcome to the month of March. This reading is for the month of March 2020. If you're interested in finding out your reading for the whole year of 2020, please click in the right hand corner and that will take you where you need to go for that information. We are going to have a very interesting month, especially for you, because we have a full moon on November 9th in Virgo. So we also have been under the thumb of a Mercury in retrograde for the last 3 weeks. It will be still continuing for the first week of March, but on March 9th it goes direct, and you have a full moon in your sign on March 9th as well. So I think you need to just harness that energy and move forward on the 9th and the 10th. And I would highly suggest, if you're thinking about signing a contract or doing anything long term, please wait until after the 10th to do that, okay? So let's see what the Divine Messenger has to tell you this month. Wow. So far, this is probably the most powerful core of a reading I've gotten for any sign yet this month. We have the World crossed by the Emperor, and what that means is, Emperor energy is really about making something happen, and it's really connected to having wrapped up an era, a project, something really big. And so for those of you who are contemplating maybe moving into new territory and wrapping something up, or who are just coming into new territory, these cards are saying you can do anything you put your mind to. All right? Super powerful. Life is very interesting. It's a wild ride, and we're all on it. And this is so fascinating. Wow. So right here we have sort of this supernova energy about manifestation, making your dreams come true, and then all of a sudden we hit this little roadblock here. And oftentimes it has to do with some sort of lack of support, okay? I'm feeling like it's financial, but it can be physical, it can be emotional. I'm not sure what it is for you. It's happening, or you're dealing with it the first week or two of this month, and then bam, you get a new infusion of possibly money, support, good health news. Okay, so it looks like you're going to go from a worried state to a very pleased state from this news that you get. And because of that, you actually choose to leave something behind. And this can be big, this can be little, I'm not really sure. But I've got to say, all of the messaging coming out of this to me is that, Virgo, if you believe in yourself and you believe in your own vision, you may have to go into uncomfortable territory. Maybe you might need to take a loan. Maybe you have to, what I call, front load the labor. Maybe you have to do 2 jobs or something like that to pursue a goal. But the fact of the matter is, the sacrifice will be worth it, okay? The sacrifice is worth it. The suffering will be temporary and worth it. I mean, oftentimes this sometimes really represents getting hold of your budget and penny pinching, knowing where every cent goes. So this can be an intense savings plan. This can be 2 jobs. I'm really feeling like this is financial. If I were to extend this into health, maybe it would be going on a diet to help all your health outcomes. The point is there's sort of this big message about getting rid of things, or I don't want to say scarcity, but sometimes we have to limit ourselves in order to get what we want later. And that's sort of the message, especially for the first half of this month. So what I'm going to say is what it is that you want, what it is that you want to do. You absolutely can do it. You may need to make a temporary sacrifice, though. And, you can. That brings in more resources for you. Don't be afraid to do that. And what's so amazing is your outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. So where you choose to do really intelligent self-limiting this month, and that can be with food, with drink, with money, with, I don't even know, going out. In the end, you're going to turn your Wheel of Fortune in the right direction. It's going to really start rolling up. I love this message from your guides. It's about feeling excited about your future, shining light into dark places. Maybe this card of being frugal on a bunch of levels is because you showed a light into a dark space you didn't want to look at, like a credit card, something like that. But this is actually a very positive, progressive, fun, forward-moving energy. And that's what's around you. So even in times maybe a little bit of a hardship, you can still have a good time. Fun is free. Now, in terms of relationships, I really like what I'm seeing. It looks like if some of you have been waiting to hear from someone, you may, and it will probably be good. For those of you in a longer term relationship, you are going to be having positive communication, especially if it's around things that have to do with what feels fair or unfair in your relationship. Please don't be afraid to tell your truth, express your truth. It's so important to do that, and you may be able to avoid becoming resentful if you just communicate. Hey, maybe you're even misreading the signs with someone, right? Maybe you're taking something personally that isn't personal at all. Just talk. Talk is free. Talk can set you free. So please, Virgo, this month communicate. Things on the love front look good for all of you after the 24th, and especially around the 27th. We'll see what happens on the 9th for you, though. How exciting. A lot of movement. That could even be in your relationship sector. So if something's been building in your relationship, you might want to try to address it before the 9th or 10th, by the way, if you're worried about that kind of energy. Otherwise, it could be very passionate. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you do, please subscribe and then come check in with me next month for April's reading. And in the meantime, have a beautiful March.